y'all. magic gone? Where did it run to? Never thought it'd leave, but I'm left with an emptiness. Won't you tell me where the magic's gone? Well, back when I was young, it was all around. Everywhere I looked, it was there. Now I blankly stare, and I wonder where the magic's gone. And is there a reason why it was leaving? Did I stop believing? Or could it be true? Now I just hope that one day it'll come back and make everything new. Ooh. Well, maybe one day soon we'll be together again, and the world will come alive right before my eyes, just like magic. Oh, sweet magic. Yeah, this old magic that I once knew.
Tonight, don't leave, just stay with me. I heard you loved me. I was lost, couldn't see. I'll climb up to the sun. Just don't say that it's done. I'll be coming for you, you'll see. So don't give up on me, 'cause I'm losing my mind. I've replayed everything that we tried. I'm hoping that you are searching for me. Thinking of all the things that we had. Now I don't wanna force your hand, but honey, please try to understand that I need you. Back in those days when love it came my way, and I was lost, I was blind. I just needed some time.